dearie me, I've tried to make this video about 50 times. It's time now to rank the McCarthy novels. And briefly, I'll tell you, look here, there's a little gap. That's where I keep all my McCarthy novels. And I burnt through them all in about a month, one after the other, last year, and had a fantastic time doing so. But here we go, in 12th place, last place, it's his debut novel. It's The Orchard Keeper. And I'll be honest, I read that last, and I had to take a few shots at it because, I don't know, I was burnt out, I guess. But I found it a bit confusing and a bit all over the place. And I've read it since. I've read it a couple of times now. And enjoyed it immensely. It's fantastic. But something has to be at the bottom. So it's that. It's his debut novel. Now, I'm not going to tell you what any of these books are about. Because when I read them, I had no idea. I didn't even read the blurb on the back of them. Didn't have a clue. I worked it out for myself. I came at each one cold. And I suggest that's how you go about doing it with McCarthy. But I've started another channel on the YouTubes. It's called All the Bloody Horses. I'll leave a link in the description, and that's a channel dedicated to the works of Cormac McCarthy. And so, yeah, last place. On that channel, we'll be doing the deep dives. I'll be reviewing each book individually and going into it in some immense detail. Because I've been studying McCarthy since I got hooked. But yes, something has to be at the bottom. For me, it's The Orchard Keeper. It only gets better from here on in. Now, in 11th place, it's Stella Maris. This is his last novel, and it's a companion piece, if you will, to The Passenger, which came before it. And fantastic. Amazing. What a way to go out. Now, I thought I'll be on. We'll talk about that when we get to it. The Passenger. I thought he'd lost the plot at the end, but no. It's still fantastic stuff. Now, in 10th place, this will shock you, especially if you know all about McCarthy and his works. It's The Road. Now, I love The Road. I do. I think it's brilliant. You know, if it had been the first McCarthy novel that I'd read, though, I don't think I'd have read any more. But it is brilliant. It's fantastic. And it's got moments, it's got passages that are fantastic. But bottom tier for me, even though oh my God, I'm obsessed, aren't I? We're talking, each one of these is a 5-star novel. 5 out of 5. I love them all, but again, you know, we're ranking them, so they have to be put in order of some kind. Now, in 9th place, it's Cities of the Plain from the Border trilogy. Again, amazing, wonderful, but for me, it's the weakest of the 3 novels. And I enjoyed it immensely, yet again. But, like I said, we have to put these things in order. And that's there for me in 9th place. Now, in 8th place, from the Border trilogy, I've got a nicer copy here. All the Pretty Horses. This is the folio edition. Now, I love these, the folio editions, though I'm not a huge fan of the illustrations. Personally, you know, I like them, but I could do without. But I like the covers, and they feel fantastic, and they smell wonderful. But, yeah, All the Pretty Horses in 8th place. Now, people rave about this one, don't they? And The Road. These will usually be at the top for most people, but for me, they're down near the bottom. Now, in 7th place, here we go. The Passenger. Weird, this. Totally weird book. And like I said, reading it, I thought, nice. He lost it. He lost the plot. I don't like this. And then slowly, gradually, it seeped in. It started to get under my skin. I'm haunted now by that book, The Passenger. I think about this every single day. And I read certain passages from it because it's that kind of book. I love it. But again, just mid-tier for me. Now in sixth place, I get the second book from the Border trilogy. It's The Crossing. Wow. Absolutely wow. I love The Crossing. It's brilliant. Now, it's a game of two halves, isn't it, if you've read the book? I love the first part, and I love the second, but that first part in particular is amazing. Genius level stuff. But we're going to do this quick. We're going to do this in less than 10 minutes. Next, number 5. Again, it's a folio edition. No Country for Old Men. You might have seen the film, or you've heard about it. I like the film. I love the book. It's absolutely awesome, this. And look at that. That's a lovely cover too, isn't it? Because some of the covers are a bit dodgy. Don't judge a book by its cover. I do. I'll be honest. I always have. But yeah, No Country for Old Men. One of my faves. We're getting there now, aren't we? We've got, how long we got left? Want to do this in less than 10 minutes. Number 4. This will surprise you if you know anything about McCarthy. It's Suttree. Now, when I'd burnt through all his books and read them in quick succession, this was one of the last ones that I read. And I loved it. At one point I thought it could be my favourite, this. But I thought that it tapered off towards the end. It was a bit bloated, a bit long-winded. I'll be reading it again. And I'll be, changing my list, I'm sure of it. I'll be coming back and doing this again. And we'll see what changes now that I'm reading them all again. Will it be higher? Will it be lower? I don't know, but there's parts of this that are just absolutely fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. In third place, Child of God. Sick, twisted, funny, wonderful, amazing Child of God. It's so vile, but it's hilarious stuff. It makes me laugh out loud. It's genius, this. It's Child of God. That's in third place. Now in second place, can you say what's coming? His second novel, Outer Dark. And this was the second book of his that I read. I love it. I think it's fantastic. One of the best novels that I've ever read. It's as simple as that. It's in second place, and again, disturbing. Funny. This has, I'll read it out aloud on the other channel at some point. This has the funniest chapter in it I've ever read. It's hilarious. The same with this, actually, Child of God. There's parts of that, there's moments where it's just downright hysterical and brilliant to boot. We've got a minute left if we're going to do this. What's in top place? We know, don't we? It's The Don. Blood Meridian. Too much for people to handle sometimes, this. Some people think it's boring. They think it's repetitive and all this. They say this. For me, it's my favourite novel of all times. And it was the first McCarthy book I read. And that was it. I was in deep. And I got into McCarthy because of this book. Razored Saddles, which is an anthology of short stories. And people kept saying, if you like that, you'll love Blood Meridian. And then, I've never been the same since I read Blood Meridian. It's an absolutely wonderful book, and I recommend it highly. I'm struggling here, aren't I? Put that there. Anyway, 10 minutes gone. Done. Get them read. These are fantastic books, these.